Newzroom Africa's Nqobile Madlala is traveling with the Amazulu regiments from Gauteng to KwaZulu-Natal, and she joins us now live. Nqobile, good evening and thank you so much for your time. It seems as though the travel hasn't yet begun. What's the latest with regards to traveling to KZN, Nqobile?
Well, at this point, what we're seeing is that Amabutho are also still trying to figure out some of the issues that they are faced with. And you will remember that on our earlier live, we spoke to them and they said already the transport was becoming a major issue. So they're trying to sort that out, because that means a number of people won't be traveling home. They did estimate in the beginning that there was about 3,000 people, over 3,000 people that had an interest of having to travel home. Now, that 3,000 people may not all get transport. And of course, in the area where we are, we already know that about 7 buses can come out of this hostel. So for them to have less, that becomes a major issue. So they've just taken some time to sort of look into that, and we understand that they're now going to be looking in terms of where they're going to be picking up some of the other members. So now I want to bring in my guests to sort of have a chat with us. And I mean, I know you're a councillor in this area, but I mean, there's a great concern in terms of transport, and that not everyone is going to get the transport. Can you perhaps explain to us how far the buses, what's happening?
Good evening, and good evening to the viewers. It is indeed the transport has become the challenge at the moment, but we're able to sort it out, that issue of the transport. So that's why now we're delaying. As you can see that Amabutho, they're still here to make sure that everything will be settled, so nobody will be left behind. So now it was indeed a challenge earlier on, but now we are getting there. Hopefully that we are estimating that now probably at 10 or 11 and they will be on his way. As you can see that now the excitement is there, especially the people also are waiting on the head office, so that they are fully in numbers there. So the mood is there. In fact, that now they wanted to be on his way as we speak, but it's unfortunate that but they will be on his way.
How many buses or taxis are we talking about here?
We organize 3 taxis for Izinduna particularly, and then we've got 7 buses that are going to cover the community. So yes, indeed, that 7 is not enough, but at least it's better than nothing. We're expecting that now we're going to add some few taxis, but we'll see the numbers. As we're expecting 3,500 people before, so now if we're going to exceed that 3,500, and then we left no choice, we have to add some more taxis.
All right. So what does this mean, though, to you to travel so late and to be home in the early hours? Why is this so important that you take these hours to travel?
Yeah, it's a situation that it came unexpectedly. In fact, that we wanted to be on his way at earlier as around 4 or 5, but as we're saying that now the situation is it was beyond our control. But now we will drive. We were hoping that at earlier at around about 6 or 7 will be there, so that when the ceremony starts, all of us will be there.
Well, that's some of them there, of course, getting ready and just sort of warming up. It's not all of them, as you can hear. That various other ones are coming from various other parts of Gauteng, and that includes areas like Soweto, areas like Ekurhuleni, which would be the east, as well as the city center. So these are some of Izinduna that we're just having a meeting about that transport issue, which we are hearing that it is finding a resolution through the councillor, and now they are going to be looking into when they can leave, and they're estimating that 10 o'clock to be the time to leave. And of course, they are expecting now to be arriving in KZN at least at about 7 o'clock in the morning. But they have, of course, resolved that transport issue, that they're saying that's not everyone is going to get transport, but they're saying that they might have to add, as well as more interest seems to be shown by some people that live in hostels, which would be Amabutho, to also get to go home and sort of pay their respect to the Prime Minister, to the Amazulu Prime Minister.
All right, that's our reporter, Nqobile Madlala. Thank you so much for your time this evening, joining us there with the Zulu regiments that are making their way to KZN from Gauteng.